Oh, what's going down, commanders? Just a little update video this morning about some of these unique bases spread about across the map. Basically, I'm looking on the world map and I'm looking at everything that's not worthwhile doing, anything that ain't. Basically, what you're looking for when you're looking for a unique unit or the base for the unit is, does the unique do something unique? A lot of these uniques are just pointless. They don't do anything. Areas for a start, unless you're a collector or you're bored and you want something to do, don't even bother with it. It isn't worth your time. Judge is another one that's outdated. Kixeye don't seem to want to put an update out for it. I'm trying to find some ones that may be worth your time. Hive is kind of one that might be worth your time, purely for the fact is, if Kixeye leave a building way out of the base, you bring the Hive in, start spawning the drones or the clones, I don't know what they call them, and it can help you do a base, especially if you're a low level. So a Hive is worth getting, but it's no good at using it in a base where you got stuff rushing at you. Don't bother. But if there's a building or a turret or a low wire dragon's teeth that are outside the base, you can use the Hive to spawn stuff in that will help you combat that base. So the Hive is probably worth getting. Asmodeus, long range but very weak now. I think it's the longest range we've got in the game for an unique attacking unit. Screamer's a must-have. Must-have, guys. It's still useful today, even though it's very, very weak when it comes to someone hit. I think it's a one-shot kill for most units nowadays. But it is something that will help you with your base's defense. This is another good one. Bounty Hunter. You get basically, once you get the Bounty Hunter, you get a decoy that goes with it. And the decoy is high priority. So if you haven't got Brother Devin, you haven't got the original Devin, some of the other high priority units. I'm trying to think what else there is. I think Jenny has got the drone for Jenny's a high priority. By the way, guys, high priority isn't the actual unit. So it isn't Devin, it isn't Brother Devin. It's the bodyguards around Brother Devin that are high priority. You have got another high priority, which is probably more easily obtainable. And that's the cannons with the Admonisher gold tech. They're high priority. But Bounty Hunters always come in handy, especially if you're a survivor's nut like me. You probably want Bounty Hunter just in case you haven't got nothing else to put in there. Bounty Hunter will work as a high priority with the decoy drones in the workshop tech center. You attach the decoys off the bat. I think you've got to unlock them, but they're a free tech. The unlock's free. Adam's another one I wouldn't even bother about. Proteus is another one that's very, very under. I don't know if you can still get the tech for this though, the Proteus. I think it's a prototype tech. I'm not sure if Kixeye have put that back in the game, but even if it isn't, I'm not sure if it come with the Proteus, to be fair. Let me just double check that before I go any further. So you go in here, I think it's a prototype tech. I'm not 100% sure. So you go to the Proteus. No, I think it comes with the actual unit itself. So you get two. You get one it's called a Dornish pattern, and it slows down nearby enemies. And the actual radius on this is about 700, I think. It might even be a bit bigger. Or you've got this one, which is Jetstream, which speeds up there. You attach either one of these depending on how you're attacking a base. If you're using air, you chuck this in, you put your air in on top of this, on the Proteus, and your air would just go whoop, straight off the bat. It'll fly. Obviously, it'll slow down if there's a screamer in the base. But Proteus is definitely one you want to be getting. Warbards don't bother. It just ain't worth it. Dreadnought, it's so outdated now, it's pointless. Again, it's one of them ones that you would want to collect as a collector. Harbinger is a funny one. It's weak as crap, but it's high altitude. It's one of them ones, get it if you want it, but you've got better high altitude. You've got the Lilith and the Malachi that are better units, but this is another high altitude unit. Get it if you're bored. Elite Perseus, pointless, guys. It is fantastic. If you put the graphics on, you've got all the tech for the Perseus. It's a really good unit. It looks good on paper, but it's just weak as piss. Leviathan was good in its day. It's no longer viable. This is where Kixeye need to come in, and I'd put a mega +1 on some of these units and give them a little bit of an update personally. But it doesn't make money for Kixeye, so they're not going to do it. Chopper Company, I wouldn't even bother. The drones or clones for it is dead in seconds. Outback, another one that's not worth it. Kraken's not worth it. This one, I'm saying that Kraken does have a slow down. It's got a tech that slows down air again. So it might work in tandem with the Screamer. I'm not sure, but it's such a big size and it's so weak. You don't want two weak units in your base with this and the Screamer, the Kraken and the Screamer. But another one that might be worth getting if you've got time. I'm trying to see what else. Nemesis was great in its day, defensive unique. It had some good weapon types on it, if I remember right. It had a gas and a corrosion or something like that. I can't remember exactly what. But again, one shot dead. Not worth it anymore. What I might do is put a video out of the bases that I would hit. A Mega Zeus, one hit, one night. It was a shame. It fell. It became good around about the time of CC19, and that made it piss poor weak. So I wouldn't bother. Elite Adam, again, not worth it. It has a massive armor up, but the armor up no longer works, I don't think. Judge's massive range, no damage anymore, so don't bother. Fighter Company's another one I wouldn't bother with. Was fantastic in its day when it was broken. It was unbelievable. Jury, again, it's outdated. You've now got the Guardians over the defensive unique, so probably not worth getting. Echidna, another one that fell round about the time of the CC update, just before we started getting Guardians. And what I mean by Guardians, that's the Ridge Runners, Sea Wizard. They're called Guardians, I believe Kixeye called them now. I may be wrong there. Destroyer, absolutely way out of date. Don't bother. Trying to see what else we got on the map. I think that's about it. Yeah, I would get Bounty Hunter and Proteus. They're probably the key. They're the key ones. Hive's a nice one. Again, it's weak though. It does spawn stuff that can help you in the base if you're low level. And it doesn't need to be a high level to be able to spawn them units. Can't see anything else on the map that I want to discuss. If there is something that you want to discuss and maybe I've got wrong, I'm always up for a discussion, and we can go backwards and forwards on how you feel about a unit, and it's whether it's any good in the game or not anymore. Yeah, that one, Cardinal, not worth it. Don't bother. Can't see anything else I want to discuss. Yeah, I think I've given you the lowdown on what you need to prioritise and what not. I would go for definitely I would probably take the Proteus first. Get the parts for that. Get as many parts and at least get one level on it. It doesn't really matter because it is one or two shots and it's dead by most units. So it's one of them things. You put it in the base, put your air in, retreat it. Kind of job. With the Bounty Hunter, it's the high priority. It's very useful in the event that's coming out today. Hold out. And anything that's sort of like a defensive base attack, it can be very useful in. Yeah, I think I've given you a lowdown on everything you need to maybe get today. Obviously, you ain't going to build them unless you coin them. I don't think the Kixeye ever reduced the build time for them units, so you're sort of stuck there. But other than that, guys, I don't think I've got anything else I can put to you. There's nothing else on the map that I can see that's worthwhile. There's 2 or 3 units there you want to prioritise over the other stuff. Obviously, get the stuff if you're a collector like me. I like to collect everything in the game. But yeah, the 3 units that I suggested, they're the ones you want to go for. They're the ones that are valuable in the game. 4, sorry, with the Screamer. Definitely you need the Screamer, especially if you do PvP and base defending. Everyone does PvP because if you've got a little bit of infamy and your base is piss weak, they're going to hit you. So get the Screamer to make your base a little stronger. Anyway, guys, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.